Well, it's a very warm welcome back to another match day for the Saddlers. This time we are away at Valley Parade to take on high-flying Bradford City. Matt Taylor and his side will be looking to build on last week's 1-0 win against Stevenage at the Banksy Stadium. We're going to hear from the head coach ahead of this afternoon's 3 p.m. kickoff, as well as defender Roland Menayese. We're also going to hear from midfielder Joe Willis, who tells us his perfect five-a-side team. First up, we're going to hear from the head coach about new signing George Miller, as well as this afternoon's game. Well, Matt, it's the first time we've really had the chance to sit down with you after deadline day. We brought George in. How happy are you that he's now in the building?
Yeah, no, really happy. Look, it was an extremely busy period the last week of the transfer window. I'm sure it was the same at every club up and down the country. But what we've tried to do is make sure that we get players in who complement the players that we've got, but also add in areas that we feel we need to. And there is no beating around the bush. We haven't scored enough goals this year for the chances that we've created. Therefore, we needed somebody else to add competition in that area of the pitch, because it's imperative that when we're on top in games, we haven't scored enough. And therefore, we've gone about trying to recruit the right person and the right player, and I feel we've done that. So we're extremely happy to have George here. What I like about George is that he's got a point to prove, because his career probably hasn't gone the way he would have wanted it to, and he's not been playing at Barnsley, and we've got an opportunity now for him to come here, work hard and see where that can take him. But we understand that it's mutually beneficial in terms of any loan player that we get. Obviously we want to try and help him develop and be successful, but more importantly than that, he has to come here and add to what we've already got to the building. Personality, character, very, very good, and I think he'll fit in with the group really well.
And what are you expecting from Bradford? You mentioned there that they've had a good start to the season, but they've had a game in midweek. Does that help or hinder them in what you're expecting from them?
I'm expecting a reaction, because the last 2 games they've played, regardless of the competition, they haven't won. So I would think, and I would know that it will be a frantic, fast start. The fans will demand a result from them this week, so I'm expecting it to be a tough game, but our players have got to deal with that pressure. And all we've spent all week talking about and focusing on is us to this point. The players know and understand already what they're going to come up against on Saturday, so we're putting ideas in their minds and we're keeping them fresh but working them hard. It's been fantastic that we've had another free week, but we've got to go up to Bradford full of confidence, because there's no reason we shouldn't do. We've got now an opportunity to maybe try and build some momentum, because we're coming off of a fantastic result against Stevenage. So whoever the lucky ones are, and I say lucky ones, that are playing and get the opportunity to run out of Valley Parade in front of 15,000, 16,000 people, they've got to go and produce, because competition for places is high.
So that was head coach Matt Taylor looking ahead to this afternoon's game against the Bantams. Next up, we're going to hear from defender Roland Menayese, and here is what he had to say about this afternoon's game as well. And they're expected to be up there. They've got a very expectant crowd, 15,000, 16,000. It's all about us as a team dealing with the pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, certain games you can hear the crowd border often. I feel that's the place you couldn't go when the atmosphere is going to be bouncing. So I think we just got to keep our heads and really just play the game for what it is, and just focus on getting the 3 points.
And it is now all about trying to build momentum and building on that Stevenage win, isn't it?
Yeah, massively. I feel like that did everyone gave everyone a big boost of confidence, and kind of feel like there was like the pressure slightly lifted off our shoulders slightly. So yeah, because I feel like we should have got more of the games we previously played, but yeah, we're going there with a lot of confidence, because we believe that we're a good side, and if we play well, we believe that we can beat anyone. So yeah.
So we've now heard from the head coach and defender Roland Menayese about this afternoon's game against Bradford City. We're going to move into the next part of today's pre-match show, and that is Joe Willis talking about his dream five-a-side team. Let's hear what he had to say. Well, Joe, you're next up for our ultimate five-a-side team. We'll start you off with your goalkeeper and why.
First of all, I'm going to go with Edison in goal. I think he could probably play in midfield, to be fair. He's so good on the ball, so I'd have him at the back just spraying it around, and obviously a good shot stopper as well, so yeah, I'll go Ederson in goal.
And then we move into defence. Who would your defender be and why?
I think probably go with Virgil van Dijk. Just one at the back, just strong, so composed, good on the ball as well, so get us playing from the back, yeah.
And then we move into midfield. Your first of the 2 picks.
First one, I'm going to go with Ronaldinho. I think unbelievable on the ball, skills, so I don't think anybody's taking the ball off him in the 5-a-side.
And then your second midfield pick.
I'm going to go with Messi as my second midfielder. I think self-explanatory, it's Messi at the end of the day. He's getting goals, assists, he's taking people on, so yeah, going Messi as my second one.
And then to finish that pretty impressive team off, we'll go with the lone striker.
I'm going to go for Ronaldo up front, just straight goals. He's getting goals all over, so yeah, I'm going to go with Ronaldo up top.
I'd like to thank you once again for joining us for today's pre-match show. We'll have team news coming up for you at 2 o'clock here from Valley Parade. And as always, come on you Saddlers.